Hi, welcome back to DisFamily Adventures. I'm Lauren and I'm here today with a doll collection video. So we're going to start off with my inbox dolls. This one is Ariel, one of my favorites. I decided to keep this one in the box just because I'm worried if I unbox her, I wouldn't be able to get her to stand upright with the tail. And for the purpose of the video, I did go ahead and take off the plastic and the front of the box so there wouldn't be a glare when showing. So 17-inch dolls are limited edition. If you have any questions on what Ellie size that any of the dolls are, just let me know in the comments and I can reply with that. A lot of my certificates are in another room since the dolls are deboxed. Is that a word? Deboxed? Yeah, maybe. Then the next one that I have is Snow White with rags. Now I didn't unbox her just because I love the artwork in the background. So much detail with these dolls. The embroidering, the different fabrics, the techniques. She does have a bird. Her hair's a little wild in the back, but sometimes you can't. Quality control is pretty good with the dolls for the most part, but sometimes there may be, you'll see like glue or paint smear. And then she has clogged shoes, almost. I do like that about unboxing because you can see all the details a little better. Like if I can spin this around, the details on her cape, the darker colors are actually velvet. So it's textured, which is nice, but I love Snow White in her rags. And then the next box doll that I have is Blue Dress Tiana. Now I did keep this one in the box because when the lid, the cover, the front cover is on, it looks like she's standing on the balcony like the scene in the movie. So she has her crown, the necklace. She does have gloves, a little satchel, and then some embroidered detail towards the bottom, and then the bottom of the skirt does have like little bedazzled jewels. And then let's see a peek at her shoes. We just have some, looks like blue sandals. And then, I don't know if I can get in the top here, but she does have a bun. Then the next doll we have is Esmeralda. And I did keep her in the box just because I love the design of it. The colors. There is a rumor a new one is coming out of her in her red dress, so maybe I'll unbox one if that does release. Lots of details, some jewels, turquoise beads, her tambourine, and then let's see, she is barefoot with her little anklet bracelet. But if you'll notice, that twisty tie sometimes will leave marks on the dolls. So, benefits of unboxing, you don't have to deal with that. So here's Esmeralda. Next we have Moana. Now this is my mom's. This is Gwen's doll. And she does not unbox them. I honestly didn't unbox them until we moved here to Florida, and then I started opening them. So you have a lot of detail in the oar. You have Hey Hey and Pua. And then with her, she's barefoot, but she does have sand granules on her feet, which is a nice touch. And the same sand is actually on this little thing. So lots of detail in this doll, and it is, you'll see another one that I have that I have unboxed, which does have different features, different face sculpt, but the oar is the same. And then my mom's other doll is the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom. This is Cinderella in a special outfit. So you have a jeweled choker. She has black stud earrings. Her hair is in a top knot. And then her dress is more of a cream color. And then at the bottom it is embroidered of the 50th castle with some fireworks. It's a little hard to see because of the material, but it is there. And then she does have some clear heels, glass slippers, if you will, with little black bows on them. Then the last box doll that I have is Sally Slater from Haunted Mansion. I kept this one in the box just because how cool the box is. So when you slide it out of the box, it creates the sliding portraits scene on the ride. So you have the alligator at the bottom. And then she has her ballerina flats with the tightrope. And then her dress is embroidered exactly as the movie. And then you have the little alligator there on the side with her parasol. And her 3 buns with some curly cues. And she does have on some red earrings. And a little pink jeweled choker. Okay, so now to show the out-of-box dolls, here's my Moana. This one is the ceremony outfit. Again, the oar is the same as the original. She has the same body mold, and you have the granules on her feet to represent the sand. And there are little water droplets. I mean, they're glue. I assume hot glue to make that, but nice touch. Her heart is a Fidi. wanted to give you a look at the back. Nothing too special with the back of her. I do still have a piece of plastic around her skirt just to keep it all together. And I did keep the rubber band on her hand so she can hold the oar. Next we have Tiana's Bayou Adventure outfit, or doll, with her outfit that she wears on the ride. I do wish it was a little more cinched in the waist with this outfit because it's a stiff material. But her hair's done well. She has this fancy attachment piece. Not as detailed as some of the other dolls, but she's still pretty. And then she has her crown, and then her shoes are some gold Mary Jane-esque with lotus flowers on the back. Next I have Meg from Hercules. And I think she looks a lot better out of the box. I did fix her hands to hold the flower better. But again, I kept the rubber band on the flower just to keep it in place. Although I do know over time as a collector the rubber bands will dry out and they'll break. But for now it works. You have her hair in her signature style. Gold earrings. Her little shawl. And then the bottom of her outfit is embroidered. Her skirt, the bottom part of the dress is like that scrunchy material. And then I do like her shoes. We have some like gladiator. Trying to do this one-handed. And then they tie in the back. She's definitely one of my favorites. Okay, next we have Wedding Snow White. She's another one of my favorites. You have some embroidered detail with the apples in her dress. She has, it's kind of hard to see. She has some red and gold earrings, the roses in her veil, and then if you flip the veil, her hair is curled, a low scoop back, and then her shoes do have little bows. It almost looks like little bows on the back. And then you have the bell in the front. Then we have Sleeping Beauty. This is the newer one that came out for the anniversary. It's like the half pink, half blue. Kind of looks purple. I do like that the newer ones seem to have all the crowns and tiaras. Nothing too fancy with her, in my opinion. You do have the fairies. You have one there, and then you have the other two embroidered in her outfit. And then for her shoes, she's just wearing some blue heels. And she does not have earrings. Okay, next we have Tinkerbell. And I think she looks a lot better out of the box as well. I do love her shoes. And I love how her outfit looks like leaves. And then her wings are very pretty. She does have pointed ears, and then her bun with flowers in her ear, or in her hair. And then the wings do it, you can take them off. There's a little clamp. They're hard to get back on, but there is a clamp. You can remove them. She does remind me of Christmas with her colors, which you may have seen her in our background at Christmas time. But she is the only Peter Pan doll that they have made so far in the 17-inch. Okay, and then next we have Blue Fairy. And again, she has a little shimmer iridescent tone to her skin tone, just like Tinkerbell did. But Tinkerbell's was more green, where Blue Fairy's is blue. And then we do have the wand. And then her dress. Now her wings you cannot take off. They are kind of sewn in with string. And then she does have a little tiara. And she has on some blue slippers. So that is the Blue Fairy. Next we have Mary Poppins. This is one of the newer ones. And she has white and red boots. And she does come with her umbrella. And this is the only doll that I have that has a hat. She has beads along the back of the dress. And then a bunch of embroidered details throughout the skirt with the little bows. Next we have Cinderella. This is the new one for the 75th anniversary. with the embroidered detail. I really like this one. She does have glass slippers. Her hair in a bun, and then I do like that the necklace kind of ties and hangs in the back. My only complaint with this is that they did not continue the pattern around the back. So the back of her skirt does not have the embroidered detail like the front does. But she's still pretty nonetheless. And that is Cinderella. Next we have Mulan. This is from the 25th anniversary of Mulan. She does come with the sword that has detail on that. I think she's very vibrant, and I do like this one a lot. I feel like I'm mumbling, so I'm sorry. Like making sure they don't fall over. She does have straight hair, and then her little hair comb accessory. And then her shoes. And then next we have my blue dress Ariel. There is a D23 version of this one as well, but this is the standard public release. And then why I have her up here, I'm just going to do a little comparison because I have a little comparison. I just want to show size difference. So a 12-inch doll versus a 17-inch doll. Now this Ariel is the designer collection that I did customize a little bit. I just took out the hairpiece and removed her purse and kind of restyled her hair a tiny bit. And these dolls are more, however, the artist designing them wants to make her. I mean, that obviously has to be approved by Disney, but they're not set to be accurate to their costumes from the movies. So that's just a comparison on size from a 12-inch Barbie and so that was just a comparison of the two sizes. Okay, next we have Pocahontas. This was actually my first doll that I got. When she released, I was able to get it from a friend who found her in the Disney store in Canada where she lives. So I lucked out and was able to get her because I missed it for the Shop Disney release at the time. And this was back when she released, probably like what, 5 to 7 years ago. When I first started collecting them. She does have braids in her hair. Another one of my favorites, although it doesn't look anything like her movie outfit. And she is barefoot. Okay, here we have the original Jasmine. She was one of the first few dolls that I had as well. I actually found her for less than retail on, I believe, Macari when I first started collecting, and I jumped on her, and I haven't seen her for that price since. So I got super lucky with that find. She does have a lot of hair. I will say that. Like, I mean, I know she does in the movie as well. So some of the other, they all come with stands, but some of the other dolls, you're able to put them under the dress. This one you can't because it's 2 pieces. So again, she has quite a bit. Her hair is heavy that it like pulls her to the side. And then she has her headpiece and her earrings and necklace, and then her belly button has a jewel in it. Then this Jasmine doll was released for the anniversary. I don't necessarily know, it wasn't the live action doll, but it was released for an anniversary of Aladdin movie. But she's in a purple outfit. Her heels. Not as much hair as the original, but still a good amount compared to others. And then lots of embroidering on the back of her skirt. So in the box you would never see that. You would just see the front, which doesn't have a lot going on detail wise. And then you have her necklace, and then she has similar earrings, and then no headpiece. But she does have purple eyeshadow. Next we have Anna. Now she did come in the 2-pack set with Elsa, which I'll show next, but Anna's my favorite out of the 2. She does have a lot of detail going on with embroidering in her shirt, on her vest. She does have a felt skirt, and then her cape is velvet and then silk on the bottom, and then she has her classic boots. Now some of the dolls do come with tissue paper under them to keep the skirt in shape. And then her hair is well done with the braids. And I say this because Elsa's hair, I'll just put her there. Elsa's hair is not my favorite, and I'll show you why. So here's Elsa. I do love the snowflake accessories they added to her braid. Her outfit has multiple fabrics used, different techniques, which that is a nice touch, and her heels are fancy. They look like ice crystals, which they should. But my biggest complaint with this doll is her hair. So they basically took short pieces of hair and glued them back, and then the longer pieces made a braid. I just wish it was all connected and not overlapped like that. But I guess to get the hairstyle they were going for, that's how they had to do it. But again, lots of details in her cape. She also has a very long cape, like it hangs down over the shelf. And then her dress under it. And she also has a shimmery iridescent glare to her skin compared to Anna. Okay, and then we have Maribel. She looks identical to her movie. You have her shoes with the details and butterflies on those with the little ties in the back. Lots of details in her skirt. She has glasses and then her butterfly on her shoulder, embroidered shirt. Her hair is a little matted in the back, but that's just from being in the box. And then here we have another 2-pack. This one comes with a stand, so the stands are attached to the house, and then Zero comes with it, which I just put him here because he kind of just fits. He is a ghost dog, so he flies, so it makes sense. So Sally's face is removable and interchangeable with 3 others, and then Jack, you can remove his head and change his head out. And he also comes with Santa Claus outfit, so you can switch his clothes, which is a nice feature. I mean, it reflects the price, but this one did make it to the character warehouse. So Jack is the only male doll that I have. Back in the day, when dolls first started coming out, I believe around 2014-ish maybe, they released some of the male characters like the villains, Aladdin, the princes. As you can see, Sally's face, it's magnetic. Sometimes it slips, but if you have it just right, it stays pretty put. And then we have Merida from Brave. I really like this one. I love the green. I love the velvet dress. She comes with her bow and arrow. Her hair is really well done. I do like the hidden bears at the bottom of here, bottom of the skirt. It's a nice touch. My only complaint with this one is her shoes on them. They're not very pretty. They're just some booties. So that is Merida. And then the best for last, we have Jane. Now this is my most expensive doll that I own, but well worth every penny spent. I do wish she came with her gloves or umbrella, but that's okay. She does have purple eyeshadow, purple earrings, her top knot bun. I just think she's well made. And then she has her boots. And that's it for the doll collection. I will do my Precious Moments dolls in a separate video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite is, or if you collect them, which ones you have, or which ones are on your wish list. I have a few I have on the wish list. And I'm excited when new ones come out. So just let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so I forgot to show this one, so insert clip. So here is Constance, Haunted Mansion Bride. And she does come with an axe and a candle. Now the candle, I don't have it attached to her, but I have the rubber band with the axe just so she can hold it. And then she has a glossy look to her face, but then her hands are transparent. Well, her whole arm is. And then for her shoes, she just has on some white boots. Nothing too fancy about those. There goes the candle. But let me they have a rose crown, and then she does have a bun. A lot of them have buns. I didn't realize that till going in detail. If I can. Okay, so this is kind of attached to her, but oh no, it's attached to the Velcro. Okay, so here's the back side of her, and then her boots. So she has pearls, lace, little hair clip thing, ringlets. I like the skulls embroidered on her dress and in the veil. They should have had her carrying a bouquet instead of the candle. But I hope they make more Haunted Mansion dolls, because we have 2 so far. Or like a Pirates